This is from Croods. They all said I was like Sandy because
Yeah.
I bit my sister one time and then all of a sudden it's like she's just like Sandy.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Coley. Welcome to Scene on the Screen, brought to you by Make It Universal and Rotten Tomatoes, where we talk movies with some of the people behind the scenes at NBC Universal. My guest today is the star of Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie, Laila Lockhart Kraner. Laila, welcome to Scene on the Screen.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
I'd love for you to tell our audience who you are and what do you do for NBC Universal.
Right. Well, hi, I'm Laila Lockhart Kraner. I play Gabby in DreamWorks show Gabby's Dollhouse, and now going to be a movie soon. Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. So I'm part of the DreamWorks fan and the Universal fan through DreamWorks.
It's kind of weird being here. I think I'm the envy of 6 and 10-year-olds everywhere that I'm sitting here with the Gabby from Gabby's Dollhouse. But I would love for you to talk a little bit about it because you've literally grown up with this series that started as a series and now we're getting Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. So talk a little bit about your journey to this role.
I know, it's been a crazy journey. It's been almost 6 years. I've just grown so much with it. And like Gabby is such a part of me now, being with her for so long. But yeah, so it started back when I was 10 years old and I auditioned for the first time. And I got so excited because I saw that the main thing was it was about cats. And I'm a big fan of cats. I have my own. And he actually made an appearance in my first audition. I had my cat play Floyd. I had a panda stuffed animal. I had a little pandy. And then after that, I got a call back. And then I ended up coming here to California for testing. And I think that was when it kind of solidified, like, okay, I think I'm going to be Gabby. I kind of messed up a little bit on one of the testing days because I don't know why I thought this, but I thought I would have to voice like all the characters. Like I thought because Pandy, like I had like a couple scenes where I was like, you know, puppeting Pandy. I would also be doing the voice of like Cat Rat and Kiki. I don't know. So I like came up with a whole like color coded sheet of like New York voice for this one. And I was going to do like a high pitched voice and I had them all highlighted and I got into the booth and I was like I was like doing all the other cats and they're like, oh no, that's okay, Laila. You just do Gabby. And I was like,
No, that's not a mess up. That is theater kid extra. That is perfect.
I went a little bit extra than I needed to, but I think it kind of helped my case and I was like ready to do that. So after that, we didn't hear anything. And then on my 11th birthday, I got a call from my manager and my mom put me on the phone. She's like, oh, like she has a surprise for you. And I was like, surprise? Like, what is it? And she's like, you got the job. And I was like, I freaked out. I was so excited. And, you know, from there, it just became this huge part of my life. You know, we filmed the first season during COVID, which was crazy.
Yeah. Because it's just you and the director, basically, right?
Pretty much. Wow. It's just me talking to a camera and my toys, which was a little weird at first to not have anyone to, you know, kind of go off of.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I got used to it and then it kind of became like the camera ended up being my friend, you know, because I would imagine like I was hanging out with whatever, one of my friends or my siblings. And that's kind of what it is. And I think why a lot of kids, you know, enjoy the show because that connection where I'm looking at them, I'm asking like, oh, play with me, come in with me. So that kind of helped me out.
And I think that's the thing that we're so excited to see because in the series, you're right, it's such an intimate thing. It's just you coming directly to the audience. And we've seen this in other shows like this before, but with this one in particular, when you take that same format and make it into a movie, that really sort of changes it. So when did they tell you that they wanted to take the incredible success that you already had over these first 4 years with Gabby's Dollhouse, the series, and turn it into a movie? When did the DreamWorks tell you that dream?
It was about 2 years ago, and the producers came up to me and they were like, so Laila, like, what do you think of a movie? I was like, oh, like I like movies, you know. They're great. And they're like a Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. And I was like, what? And I couldn't really wrap my head around it. I don't know. This whole journey, I have still not really been able to wrap my head around it, you know, from seeing it go like #1 kids show and then #1 show on Netflix. I was like, whoa, what's happening? And then, you know, seeing toys everywhere and seeing people like it got bigger and bigger and I was kind of seeing it. But then when they said movie, I was like, whoa, like this is legit. Like, this is really,
legit.
really
Yeah.
big. And so that was just like incredible. I was so excited. I was like, I had so many questions. I was like, well, what is it going to be? Like, what's the story? They're like, okay, we don't know anything. But, you know, it kind of started from that. It's happening. And then it, you know, became this huge thing. And we got Gloria Estefan on it and Kristen Wiig. And then we were shooting in Vancouver, and it was like a really big movie, you know? And it was just like the most surreal thing ever.
I mean, you brought me to my next question again. I love it. Just continuing to do excellent work. But the fact that they then enlisted this all-star cast, we'll talk about Gloria Estefan, I'm sure. But Kristen Wiig, who's kind of the most hysterical person just standing, what's it like acting alongside her? What does she bring to it? Because again, first of all, the fact that you have extra people with you, this is already the joy. But then they also brought some of the best names in Hollywood.
I know. I was almost like kind of scared. I was like, I don't know. I haven't acted next to anyone in like a little bit. And, you know, the first person is like Kristen Wiig. Like, what? But no, she was amazing. You're right. She's so hilarious. We literally had like people like turning around. The director was starting to get a little mad because people were laughing too much. He was like, okay, if you can't control yourself, cover your mouth, turn away. The first time I got to see her in action was she was filming her character's commercial for her brand. She made her own character have this way of talking, and she would say like, pretty kitty litter. And I don't know how she said it without laughing, because everybody behind her was dying.
And her character's like cat obsessed.
Yes,
and like
cat
that's
obsessed.
How y'all end up rivaling.
She's described as a very fashionable cat lady, but she's also a business cat lady. So it's like, you know, no funny business. She's has her cat, she has her litter brand, and she likes cats, but she doesn't think they're like to play with or very fun. They're just kind of like
accessories.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little Cruella coded.
A little bit, yeah. I think
this.
she has a soft spot for her own cat, but when she takes the Gabby cats as little figurines, it is kind of that vibe of just, these are pieces you don't touch.
Oh yeah,
you don't play with. But it's like, come on, they're made to play with.
That's so rude. Also, I think she's trying to rival Gabby as the queen cat lady, and we know who's going to actually win that contest.
Of course.
Love it.
And getting to do a scene with her, like I've said it before, but it's like a comedy masterclass pretty much. Like just watching her work, it's insane how she just comes up with stuff so naturally. And her improv, it's like she doesn't even have to think about it. She improv'd like a song and went on. There was like the one take, our director Ryan was like, okay, you know what, Kristen, just go do whatever you feel like. She went on for 2 minutes singing this song. So funny. I had to be like, I really had to lock in to not laugh because it was so funny. It was so hard not to laugh because I saw everybody behind the camera, like, you know, covering their faces. But I managed.
I'm sure you did great.
No, she was incredible. And just watching her, I felt like I was learning. That's why I was like so incredibly grateful to be surrounded by this like insane cast of like the best of the best, because I felt like I could really like take it as an opportunity to learn.
Oh, that's so cool. And trust me, you're not the only person that Kristen Wiig has made break. I think there's like entire seasons of SNL where she didn't let any scene partner like, so you're doing fine. Before we dive into the popcorn buckets and talk about some of the things that you've seen on the screen in your many years, I'm joking. But it is crazy to think that you have this relationship with this this material because you have grown up with it, but so have the people who have enjoyed it. And now they're going to get to have a lot of them who probably maybe started watching when they were 6, 7, 8, 10. They're going to be going to the movies maybe for the first time by themselves to come see your movie. What are you most excited about for the Gabby's Dollhouse fans to experience with this new version of it?
I think like what you were saying before of the interactivity and seeing it on the big screen, it's really that I'm so excited because it's like seeing, you know, my face, but huge. And we really tried to get everybody involved. So it's going to be, you know, the little kids are going to want to play and have fun, but the families also, like, it's interactive. There's a scene where we need the audience's help in getting a point in the movie. And so everybody in the theater has to like hold hands and sing with us and do the pinch with us. And it's just the most beautiful moment. I'm so excited. I really hope, I think it's going to happen, but I really hope for, you know, strangers in the movie theater to join hands and sing together because they all love Gabby's and they all know it by heart. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the dress up and the singing. It's a very like not really typical movie where it's like usually you have to be like hush hush and quiet and stay in your seat, but it's more of like we're encouraging the kids to sing and dance alongside with us. So I'm excited for that.
I mean, this is the place to do it. Like, let's be real.
Exactly.
Like, everybody knows, you know what I mean? Like, everybody, it's like a sing-along screening.
Yeah.
It's like, we've all signed up for this. Oh.
I mean, the audience is really also a part of the story. Like, so they're a huge part of the story. They're always, you know, alongside Gabby and all the Gabby cats for their adventures. So it's not any different in the movie.
And all the Gabby cats, that's right. All right, let's dive into some of the stuff that you've seen on the screen. Our very first popcorn bucket, these are going to be quotes from films that you probably recognize. And then just tell me what you remember about them, you know, anything. You're a little overage to be wearing a lampshade in your hair. Bright idea?
It's from Uptown Girls.
Yes. And they did you dirty because the quote that I'm thinking of from Uptown is Uptown Girls the one's like, do you see her look around? Is that from this one? That's the other one. That's not it. Never mind.
No, this is the one where she's like, she lives in a really pretty apartment.
That's
her dad
right.
was the singer, the musician. And then she has to babysit the little adult kid.
Yes.
Who's really mean. And that's her line, I think.
No, she also says this. This is the one where she's like, do you see her? Look around. You're not gonna. This is the same movie. So yeah, this is what I'm basically saying is the people that pick the quotes, and they know who they are, they tripped you up because that's the one I would have picked because that's the one that's like famous right now.
Yeah,
it's like
the one that
newsflash.
I just got it from the lampshade.
Yeah.
And also, I love this movie.
Is this the one that made you want to be a child actor? Because this is like, no, you already...
I watched this a little bit later in life.
Okay.
And it's also hard to pinpoint that because I started acting when I was like 5.
Got you. It was in your DNA. And it was just like from the beginning. So you're like, I don't remember the inception point, but I know it's who I am.
It was kind of like when I saw like other movies, I saw it more as like, oh, that's cool. She got that role and not me when I was like 5 years old. And was like,
oh, wow. So you were
so
like...
it wasn't really like I should do that now. It was like, oh, I was going to do that.
It's like, I auditioned for that part. Oh, yeah, that's the child actor. Yeah, y'all had vendettas before the age of 13 probably with
Just
that.
a little bit.
So tell me, what is it about Uptown Girls? What do you love about it?
Well, I love the actresses in that movie. They're some of my favorites. Brittany Murphy. I think I like any movie she's in. She's just a light on the screen.
Yeah.
And I love Dakota Fanning too, but I really love Elle Fanning as well. I just think she's like the embodiment of a princess.
Yeah.
Another actress I'm a big fan of course, is Zendaya, who, I feel like sometimes I get compared to because
I could see
being
it.
a mixed
kid,
it's kind of, it's a rite of passage for mixed girls to be like, you kind of look like Zendaya, where it's like, do I? But, besides that, I actually do really admire her, and watching her transformation from Disney roles to now like her insane performances and like Dune and Euphoria, like it's insane. And I also just think she's like really intelligent, and I feel like as a career woman, like she makes really smart decisions, and I definitely like do want to have a talk with her at some point and like get to pick her brain about all this stuff, because she just seems like such a cool person to like talk to.
And she seems like she'd be receptive to that too, which
right.
is I think
maybe I wouldn't.
Oh no, I think so. I mean, she seems like a very genuine person.
No,
of
that's
like...
the thing. She seems so. That's why I feel like, and the same like with the other actresses I mentioned, they all just seem very genuine, like and real. And she's gonna be in the new Shrek movie, which is DreamWorks. I'm in DreamWorks, so
DreamWorks
fam. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we might have a conversation there.
I think
that's why DreamWorks is the best. They got all the good mixed chicks. Like,
y'all are hilarious. This is what I would say about the Zendaya of it all, either one way or the other, is I think there's a kinship amongst child actors because y'all all had to go through the same process. True. So like I think that's part of it. And so yeah, I think she would. I think she'd answer the call.
Yeah.
All right, next quote. It's pretty much my favorite animal. It's like a lion and a tiger mixed, bred for its skills in magic.
It's a liger from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
I love that movie so much.
That movie's older than you, though.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, definitely. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. Also, love that that's part of your lexicon, because that's from like my like era. Like that movie was like such a phenomenon. So how did you get exposed to it?
I think it was the first time was at my neighbor / childhood best friend's house. It was like at a Super Bowl party, and they had the kids go in the other room. We were watching Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know. Her parents exposed me to like a lot of that stuff. Not her parents, but like her and her parents. Like they liked
Movies.
We would watch Columbo, the detective show, for some reason, which was like, so they would put on like random stuff like that. But Napoleon Dynamite kind of just stuck out to me. It was just like, I don't know, so funny. Like, and the fact that he says it like so straight faced, like he's like bragging about his drawing. It's such a bad drawing too. Like that's what gets me, is that she's like curious, like, oh, like what are you drawing? He's like, yeah, it's like a liger, it's a lion, a tiger, and it's like a kid drew that. And then I also, my 7th grade geography teacher played in class.
Wow.
He was one of those teachers who towards the end of the year just kind of put on movies, and he was like, every one of you should know this movie.
I do love that.
Okay.
Teach them right.
Yeah.
That's education.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Real. That's real education.
I might not remember all the countries in Europe, but I know Napoleon Dynamite now, so it's kind of more important. I don't know.
Very much more important.
I'm kidding. I was actually pretty good at geography, so.
Love it. Last quote. You're doing great so far, by the way.
Thanks.
I was thinking of calling it a hug because it rhymes with grug.
This is from Croods, obviously. I love that movie so much. That's like, that and Napoleon Dynamite are like some of my comfort movies, I feel like. But Croods is more of like, has a special place in my heart because we used to do like family movie night every Friday. And we had our favorites. And Croods was one that I think as a family, we like probably rewatched it like more than 5 times.
Wow.
We just thought it was so hilarious. And it was like, all of us kind of could connect to it. Like that line, like grug. I don't think you understand. My dad loves grug so much. He feels such a kinship. He's like, yes, I'm the protector. I would lock you all up in a cave. Like, okay, the point of the movie is to not do that. But anyway, so he would always like laugh at the character and love him so much. That, and we did there's a part where Grug is leading the family. He's like, wait, okay, go. Wait, okay, go. And so he would like do that every time we were out as a family. So it's just kind of like has a special place in my heart.
I love that.
Yeah.
The director of it is an alumni of this podcast too.
Oh,
Chris.
really?
That's a Chris Sanders movie, right? Am I right? DreamWorks people? Yes. I'm like, tell me I'm not lying. This is not IMDb up here. No, he did that movie. He talked a little bit about the Croods. And I think it's because it's such a good family movie. And I think right now, especially, it's movies like that where it's not just for little kids or older kids. It can hit that in between.
Exactly.
That is a really hard needle, and Croods does it. Gabby does it.
We all laughed at like Granny, and they all said I was like Sandy because I bit my sister one time, and then all of a sudden it's like she's just like Sandy. I wasn't really a big biter, but I did bite her one time. I did.
You're fine. Just show him that poster. Be like, it's all good. I'm going to take you to a DreamWorks premiere. She'll forgive you after the premiere.
It's pretty cool that I like started off relating to a DreamWorks character, and now I'm in my own DreamWorks movie.
Your own, and say it just like that with your full chest. Is my movie, because it is.
Just a little bit.
Full chest. All right. You did great. Let's dive into the next popcorn bucket. This is fun. These are true or false questions. Okay. So first true or false question. Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie, is DreamWorks Animation's second hybrid live action and animation film.
This is false. It is DreamWorks' first live action animation hybrid movie.
I would like to know what else, because I was like, I haven't seen that movie, and I've seen a lot of them. So DreamWorks has been an innovator since its inception, literally. What does it feel like to be in something that is another one of its first?
I mean, it's pretty cool. I feel like, you kind of get a little bit of bragging rights to be like, yeah, this is the first one. It's a huge honor also, because I'm literally growing up on DreamWorks movies and Shrek and all of it's so big. It's like I just told you, Croods.
Yeah.
So being not only a part of DreamWorks, but also a part of this, new ideas, new way of doing a show at DreamWorks.
New style, yeah.
It's a really good feeling, I would say. And it's also, I like always being creative and learning new stuff and trying new things. So I think it kind of just goes with like my life motto of like trying new things. And now this is the show is a new thing. The movie's the first live action hybrid. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Because it is doing new things that you didn't get to do on the show. And let's be real, production has upped its game for this one. What are these new things that you're going to get to do in the movie version that you haven't gotten to do from the series? What do fans have to look forward to?
The biggest thing is that Gabby has never left her room before until now. And now, you know, it's her biggest adventure yet. You know, like she goes across the country. She ends up in Cat Francisco. It's a whole new world. The first time we're seeing Gabby and the Gabby cats like outside in a different light.
Wow.
First time we're getting new people in there, like real people with faces.
Yeah.
And the story is so much bigger too. You know, there's a lot of emotions involved, like happy ones, but also, you know, there's some little scary moments where Gabby has to really figure it out.
Yeah.
And she has the audience's help, of course, and her Gabby cats, but I think the stakes are a lot higher than they've ever been in the show.
Wow.
Which is a really cool thing, and I think it's great that the movie brings that because, you know, I think the movie should have a little bit of you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
You know, it's the kids are going to love it, and they're going to be familiar with the characters, and they're going to love the songs, but there's also some stuff for the whole family, like the parents. There's some jokes. I mean, I think Kristen Wiig, just first of all being in it, I think parents are going to appreciate and love, and the humor in it is really good. I think some things might fly over kids' heads, but
then they probably should.
But yeah, exactly. But like the people who get it are gonna get it, and then the kids have their own like stuff that they're gonna laugh at. So it's like a really like the whole family can go and enjoy.
And it's interesting that you say that because you're asking this audience to do something that they've never done before, which is go to the theater. But the movie kind of demands that. I'd be curious if you could explain to folks why it's not just watch this movie. You've got to see it with the audience because it's set up to be a communal experience.
No, it's essential to go to the movie theaters. You have to go to the movie theaters to watch this movie. I mean, I guess you can, but no, it's really a part of the experience of getting to see it on the big screen and getting to help us because Gabby needs your help. So you need to be in the movie theaters helping singing and dancing. It is a community experience. Like, it's supposed to bring everybody close together. The kids in the audience, the family in the audience, and, you know, us on screen. Like, we really need the kids' help. And I think for them getting to see that on, you know, the big screen, and maybe sometimes it's their first movie experience ever, this, I think, should be the movie theater experience for them to go for the first time and be able to sing and dance and laugh and just, you know, have a good time with their friends and family.
I dig that. And that's why you need more people. Because don't get me wrong, there's some big families out there, but it can't compete with a theater, right?
No.
Like, that's so many different types of folks. Love it. All right. True or false? Gloria Estefan has won 8 Grammys.
I feel like, yeah, true.
True.
It could be more. I don't know.
Smart girl. True. She has won, but it is a total of, she has won 4 Grammys, 4 Latin Grammys, and 12 total nominations. Miss Gloria Estefan, a.k.a. your co-star. Stop.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Stop.
It's crazy.
And then Gloria Estefan and the music. Like, let's just have this whole moment where, of course, Gabby's Dollhouse is going to have the music. It's going to have this whole thing. But it's like, but let's just bring on Gloria Estefan to make that an even bigger thing. So, yeah, talk about that.
First of all, Gloria is like one of the most not only impressive human beings I've ever met in my life, she's also one of the most down-to-earth and genuine and like kind person I've ever met. Like, she's just so real and so cool. Like, she has so much knowledge and stories to tell.
Gloria plays your grandmother in the film. And what is it like having her as a scene partner? Because one thing I do know just from the few roles that she's always done is that she does seem to bring all of herself to every role.
I mean, that's pretty much it. She's my grandma on the movie, and she really, like, she felt like Grandma Gigi to me. And even off screen, like when we were getting ready in the trailer, like she did at the end of it, she kind of felt like my grandma almost, which is kind of crazy to say that it's like Gloria Estefan feels like a grandmother figure to me. But she just has this like most warm energy, and she's so fun. And I think like she reminded me a lot of my own abuelita, because she's, you know, Latin, and she bring a lot of that, you know, like the first time we, you know, are reunited, it's this big giant hug. And for Latin people, I don't know if this is all Latin people, but my grandma, every time she sees me, she goes, is this dance? Because they're always kind of dancing, you know, even when they walk, they're dancing a little bit. So it was that, and there was just so much to relate to, and she was just so real and genuine. She brought herself to every scene. And you could just tell, like, when someone's being, like, real and genuine on screen, you could feel that energy. And I think it really helped me a lot, too, because you just kind of feed off that. And she has such great energy. It was easy to, you know, play with her. And
it's easy to be like, yes, I love this person. Because it's Gloria Estefan.
Exactly.
Oh, so great. Let's dive into our last true or false question. True or false? Audrey Hepburn won her first Academy Award for the 1953 film Roman Holiday.
This is true. This is true, I think. This was her first, like, big film, too, I think.
Her first big film, playing a young runaway princess. I do love Roman Holiday. And I'm surprised. You love Roman Holiday, too?
I love Roman Holiday.
Okay. Tell me the story the first time you... Have you wanted to ride a Vespa? Because I literally have a Vespa because I love Roman.
Vespa?
I do have a Vespa.
Okay, come over.
Yeah. No, we're not letting you get... By the way, I'm literally now like, who let me buy this? Now I'm like,
really?
Now I'm like, this was a dangerous, bad idea.
It's on my wish list at some point. I gotta have a Vespa. But I want to ride a Vespa in Rome, too.
Okay,
like, that's like...
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I guess, like, stars like that, like her and Marilyn Monroe, you always see. And like when I was younger, a little, like, you know, I would see her and I just thought she was so, like, I have a poster of her in my room just because she, like, seeing her, like, she's so elegant. Her story is so beautiful. Like, I don't know, something about her is just captivating. She has this really, like, interesting energy. And so I guess that's how I started watching her movies, just because, like, from seeing her picture, I was like, wow, like, she's so cool. Like, I want to see. And then I watched Roman Holiday. I forgot. I might have been on the plane.
Honestly, I just feel that we've got Gabby's Dollhouse right now, but TCM host might be in your future, ma'am. I dig this. I dig this so much. Watching Roman Holiday on the plane, I'm about it.
But no, it just kind of... The story, it's so happy. It's kind of like a rom-com. It's funny, too, which is crazy that the comedy holds up.
I mean, them
like,
falling into the fountain. Iconic moment.
It's hilarious. And I love her, and I love Gregory Peck, and them together. It's just like, oh my God, I want to be a princess running away and the journalist for a day. I don't know, something about it. It's just makes me smile, I think. It doesn't have to be that deep, you know? The acting doesn't have to be crazy, intense. Although I do think her acting is really beautiful and subtle in that movie, but you know, it's just kind of one of those movies that just makes me happy. And I don't even, because like some movies I want to watch and my sister's like, oh, I don't want to watch it. It's in black and white, it's like boring. But for that movie, it doesn't even, like, I almost forget that it's in black and white because their faces have so much expression and the storyline is so, like, captivating. I don't know, I love it.
I mean, there's a reason why they call them the classics.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think I love that, like, old Hollywood glamour sometimes. It's really beautiful.
All the time, not even a sometimes.
Exactly.
I was joking, but I do mean when I say I think you could double as a TCM host, but you clearly have a love and affinity for that time period and that genre. Are there other things that we didn't get to talk about that are also right up for you? I mean, this is Universal, a classic studio.
That's true. I mean, I think it is kind of important. I mean, not to say that I don't love modern stuff. I watch a lot of that too. But I think if you're an actress or you're in the film industry, like, you should get to know some of the classics. That's where it started, and those are the base of, like, what's happening now. Another one I love is 12 Angry Men. And I watched it because it was actually someone from Gabby's Dollhouse who recommended me a book, Making Movies, by the director Sidney Lumet.
Lumet, yeah.
And after reading that, you know, and getting his side of making it, I was like, oh, let me watch this. And watching it, I wasn't, you know, because it's a crazy idea. It's just one room and it's just conversation the whole time. But it works so well, and, like, seeing that and seeing, you know, noticing the camera techniques he used of, like, getting closer and closer, and you really felt the suffocation of that. I mean, it felt like watching a whole, like, murder mystery from start to finish, and all these plot twists. I don't know, sometimes, like, the classics almost feel like a really good book or something that's, like, on screen, which I love, because whenever I'm reading, I feel like I'm watching a movie in my head, and those films for me are kind of like the movie that's in my head, but, like, there.
Oh, I love that. That's exactly the way I feel about it. And I do this for a living, so I guess we're here.
But I still got a lot to catch up on. I still have...
You're doing fine.
I haven't seen The Godfather yet, and
You're doing
I'm gonna
fine.
get there one day. But I'm working my way. I'm still 17. Okay, I got some time to get to all the classics. And
Again, I'm gonna say you're doing fine. I have people that do my job for a living, then they ain't seen half of them. We're not gonna say who. We're not gonna say who. You did amazing.
Thank you.
You're not done yet, though.
Okay.
Rapid fire. Favorite movie snack?
Popcorn. first
Just
of
by
all.
itself?
No. Well, popcorn, because you have to have something salt and something sweet, of course. Recently, I've been obsessed with these like chocolate chip cookie dough bites. I don't know. I never really got them before, but I've discovered them. They're amazing. Like they're the perfect movie bite. So good. So
especially if they're a little cold. I dig you on that. Last show you binged? Tell me it's Columbo. I'm just kidding.
Okay, I have two answers for this. The last show I like binged, it was with my mom. I just finished it. It was Severance.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then the one I guilty binged was Love Island, which is like me and everybody else.
That's not
like,
guilty. This is the house that Bravo built. You were
Oh,
doing
really?
just fine by saying
Okay.
Love Island.
Yeah. So that one I kept up with.
That's not a guilty pleasure. That is just a pleasure.
True.
Available
You're
now on Peacock. Going to the movie theater alone, yes or no?
Yes, I haven't done it yet, but it's not really been like because I don't want to. It's because I don't have my license. I can't really drive myself. But once I do, I will be driving myself to the movie. I'm going to get my pass and get whatever those.
Yeah, because like we have a subscription service, Fan Club, where you can get like cheap movies and
Right,
like you just
right.
do it. Yeah, that's the way you need to do it. Filmmaker or actor who can do no wrong, as far as like consistency in their filmography. You
Okay.
love them.
I mean, I think everybody's human, and I don't think there's anybody who's like very perfect, but Meryl Streep is pretty close to perfect, I think.
she really is.
So, I mean, if there was like someone like can do no wrong, like gotta be
I'd
her.
give her that. I would. Your favorite classic Universal film, and basically that would be any film that's older than you.
Okay. There's so many to choose from.
No, not quite, but close.
Like classic. I love
Like-
E.T. Also, another one is Apollo 13.
Oh
Is
yeah,
one that I
Ron
like.
Howard. Yeah.
And I got introduced to that like through school. I watched it like multiple times in different classes. My favorite one was in my astronomy class when we watched it. I don't know. I love the moment when like they finally save everybody and they don't get to land on the moon, but you know what?
Everyone's
they all
home
get
safe.
to home safe.
No more Houston with a problem.
Yeah.
I dig it. And then last one, what's your favorite animated movie of all time?
All time. Yeah, you can't make me pick a but oh my
It's
gosh.
really hard, I know.
For some reason, like the ones that pop into my brain first, Ponyo
Oh, really?
and Spirited Away also.
Yeah.
I love. But that's just such a hard question because I love animation so much. And I think that's like something I realized that I'm so drawn to also, like, besides classic animated movies, like that's my jam. I just watched K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix.
That is a great one.
And it was so good. And I've been recommending it to my friends. And I've been saying, don't judge based off the name, because I don't listen to K-pop either, okay? But you know what? Give it a chance. It's really good.
And I think it's going to be a bit of a K-pop gateway drug because I've had
Honestly,
people
like
say
the
that
songs, I'm not gonna lie, some of them made my playlist. Just being real with you.
you're
Like,
not the only one.
I know animated movies I love so much. Another really good one. Sorry, now I'm going because I can't pick a favorite.
It's
'cause
okay.
there's
Give me
so
one
many.
more. Give me one more.
Piece by Piece.
Yeah, that's a great
It
one.
was it's Pharrell Williams like
yeah.
biopic kind of, but it's in Lego movie animated style. Is insane.
Produced by our very own Focus Features. I know they would love to hear you say that. too.
Perfect. I'm not even trying.
Laila, thank you so much. It's been an absolute joy chatting with you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It was so fun.